distracted. Okay? And I can distract those that are sitting next to me. Right, sweetie? But I want you to think about this, and I want you to pray about this. Not next week, but the week following, when we talk about loving thy neighbor as thyself. And I want you to look around the auditorium and find somebody that you've never prayed with. Because we're going to do something, and this is the danger of telling people what you're going to do, right? Then everybody goes, I'm not here that Wednesday night. You can't make me. But I want you, what we're going to do, not tonight, in 2 weeks, I'm going to encourage you to get up from where you're at and go find somebody that you've never prayed with and ask 3 questions. And I'll tell you what those 3 questions are in 2 weeks. So you can pray with them. Okay? But it's not your spouse. It's not somebody you normally pray with or you're sitting with. Somebody across from you or around you. And if your mobility is hindered, then you're going to have to say, come over here. Okay? But I want you to think about, and you looked around the auditorium and you saw people you've never prayed with before. It tells us that we are to pray one for another. How can we do that if we never do it? Amen? I realize I'm probably you're going, 2 weeks, okay, I marked it on my calendar. That's the week I'm going to get busy. Amen. But tonight, find somebody to pray with. You may be 2 or 3, maybe the row where you're at. And you just may want to pray by yourself, but we've got a lot of prayer requests. And I didn't mention this one earlier, but there's a young man. His name was Blake Long. I'd ask you to pray for the Long family. I've known Blake since he was in high school. And Blake became a youth pastor in Hampshire. Married a beautiful young lady. And they have their first baby on the way. And Blake, last Tuesday, had a brain aneurysm and died. Miss Kennedy is going to be raising that baby. Not with Blake. And I ask you to pray for Kennedy and the Long family as they grieve. They had his funeral today. They'll have his graveside service tomorrow. He was such a great young man. I don't understand everything, but I know who holds the world, and I know I trust him. But I covet your prayers for that young man's family. Blake was saved, knew he was saved, led people to Christ. What a tremendous young man. But would you pray for the Long family? Okay? And when you're done praying, we'll be dismissed, okay?